we just have to see.
Can you also share a fun fact about yourself? Yes.
About myself, that's a hard one. Fun is a very subjective thing, so I'll have to think about this one. Yeah, I love languages. I come from a background in teaching as well, and I grew up with a lot of languages, and I love structure and grammar, so like putting things in boxes. So that I speak, my mother tongue is Azerbaijani and Farsi. That's the two languages I grew up with. And then I moved to Denmark when I was 4, so I learned Danish. And then I learned English, German, and French in school as well. Très bien, oui, je parle un petit peu français. Bon, my father lives in France, so I visit him every year. And then I speak a tiny bit more understand Turkish, but that's because it's so similar to my mother tongue, Azerbaijani. So we understand each other, but it's different languages, though. So maybe that could be the fun fact then.
Yes, absolutely. And they say that more languages you know, more souls you have. That's so true. You can
that many people as you speak languages. I
certainly.
love languages. It opens doors, and the more languages you know, the easier it's actually to learn a new because you can relate them to each other and learn it that way. So yeah, languages is a big passion of mine. I encourage everyone to learn at least a couple of languages, and yeah.
Orhan, it's so nice to meet you today in EthDublin conference. And when I met you, I found out about Centrifuge. So can you tell us a bit about what your role at Centrifuge is and what Centrifuge does?
Sure, of course. Thanks for having me. Do I hold it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Orhan, and I am a contributor to the Centrifuge DAO. And my job is a governance facilitator. So what I do is I make sure that the governance processes are followed in our DAO. Like when people want to make a proposal, I make sure they follow the steps that are required. And together with the other governance facilitator, we are two. Ivan is the other one. We propose changes to the governance process. So every change that is made to our process need to go through governance as well. So all token holders need to approve of the changes we want to make. So essentially, yeah, we help people submit proposals and make sure that they follow the procedures.
So, and I'm now curious to find out who these people are or who these organizations are that reaches out to Centrifuge for these processes. Would,
Well, yeah, there are a lot of different people reaching out. There are some external people. For example, if people want to launch a pool on Centrifuge, if they have some assets they want to finance, we have a decentralized process where they submit a proposal on our governance forum. And then we have some credit experts in our DAO that can comment on it and provide feedback, ask relevant questions about their proposal. And then in the end, they're going to submit it on chain and they will vote on it, all token holders.
so we also spoke about that Centrifuge was the first organization that tokenized the real world asset. Can you tell us about that aspect as well as what new developments are happening? What other real world assets have you tokenized so far?
Right. I believe, yeah, we were the first project to bring real world assets on chain, and we've been around since 2017. So we are one of the pioneers in this space. And I'm not exactly 100% sure what was the very first real world assets that was tokenized, but we have, I believe it was freight invoices was one of them, so tokenized invoices, and real estate are just example, but essentially everything is a real world asset, right? Everything can be tokenized. I mean, it's essentially just your imagination or fantasy that puts the limit on it. And one of the most recent things that are tokenized is T-bills, Treasury bills.
What progress are you seeing, or what new developments are happening? Where is it? Where is this whole space leading us to? I'm very curious to find out where this whole industry is going from your perspective, from your experience.
Good question, like what the future holds. I mean, as I said, anything really can be tokenized. So right now, Treasury bills is one of the hottest subjects, even BlackRock, they are jumping on board in this tokenization. All banks are also seeing the benefits of tokenizing all assets, but to be honest, I am not exactly sure like what the future looks like. That's one of the things that makes it exciting in this space. You never know what's going to happen. So yeah, so we'll just have to see.
Is there any other area that you would like to highlight from your experience working with Centrifuge? Any latest trend and in Web3 blockchain that you've been seeing?
Yeah, one of the things I want to highlight about Centrifuge is actually our governance. We have a very active DAO and community when it comes to voting and giving feedback on proposals. So that's one of the things I want to highlight at Centrifuge. We are aiming for being very decentralized. So we keep developing our processes and improving them to make everything as decentralized as possible. So that's one of the things I'd like to highlight.
Thank you. It's been a great conversation with you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.